Welcome to Grab Load. We're going to talk a little bit about Xbox here, and specifically the Halo series. One, because I like playing it, and it took me a while before, but I have all the Halo games. I've played them through Master Chief Collection and then Halo Infinite, and now they start talking about they're going to be changing some things. And the first thing is 343 is being changed into Halo Studios. So hopefully that means that we'll be getting more dedicated to Halo stuff and we'll get more content to play. I always enjoy more content to play. It's fun for me. But also one of the other big changes I wanted to talk about was the Slip Space engine is going to be Unreal Engine. They're going to be switching what they currently have to the Unreal Engine. Now, name of the studio, that's one thing, that can be cosmetic or could mean something more. But one thing that is going to be a lot different is this engine. Now, I've gone back and forth on, it's sad to see an engine die, but on the other hand, I'm hoping that we get more advanced technologies, graphics, rendering, and everything else out of like the Unreal Engine over what they've had currently, right? It can be it can be a good thing to have your own engine and you can do some pretty amazing stuff in it and maybe advance some things, but also if you have an engine that everyone uses, you can try to get talent faster and bring them up to speed a little bit quicker, or if they've already been in that engine. And then also hopefully that the engine wants to improve better and have things that maybe you weren't able to put into your own engine because you didn't want to take the time and resources to put it in. And one downside is that as more and more people maybe just go to one engine, what happens if that engine doesn't innovate? And that's a concern I always have. One good thing about Unreal is that Unreal seems to be wanting to push the boundaries forward. Epic Games has Unreal, and it seems like they want to keep improving it, and they want to be, you know, including new technologies so that people can experience them in their game. So hopefully Unreal keeps doing that, and maybe a studio like Halo Studios here that is using it, and other big studios that do use it. While there may be competition to add in new features, at least this one that is being licensed, it can maybe with all these big studios say we need to have this in your engine, or and we're going to force you to kind of do it. And I actually do like that model, right? There's a certain model of software where you provide a baseline and you have a roadmap and you want to improve things in that software, and then there is a paid part of it that if you wanted additional features, you pay for those features to be integrated. Now, granted, everyone will benefit from that, but at least you will get those features in, and that's on the R&D time. That's putting it back in, to everybody, but and into the whole product. But the R&D time you're paying for and getting there. And I hope that that's maybe the model that Unreal will be doing. I don't know any of the behind the scenes working details of that, but that's just my hope here, right? For me, as the software dev side of me, I'm thinking about those avenues, and hopefully we have more advancement. I love to see advancement in those areas, better techniques of things, improvement in getting more technology into the hand of the consumer, right? That's what I like to do. I like to advance things. I like to create things that then other people can use to create what they need, what their products are, rather than being stagnant and not being able to deliver on a product, and help them, and not help them make better products, right? And then as the gamer side of me, one thing I really want out of this is that I want games to come at a pace that will continue to intrigue me and want me to go and be like, there's another cool game coming out. This is something I want to play. This is something, you know, even friends that we play games, right? Oh, how'd you like this game? Did you like it? Did you play it? And if we have a lot more games coming out, a lot more, art and creations of this, we have a lot more options to play. Granted, a lot of our Steam libraries might be a little bit too big of our content already, but one thing I like about all these, like even the game stores or all these games coming out, is if my library is a little big, and I picked up a game on a Steam sale or something, or GOG sale, or Epic Game Store sale, or what, Microsoft Game Store sale. I'm probably missing some, but I know I'm missing some. But you pick up these games and you're like, I'm going to come back to it. I haven't played it yet, but I'm interested in playing it now. So let's sit down and play it. I got a little bit of time. I can start it, or get into it. And this is how games get popular, or you know hopefully no fade off in the sudden side, because a lot of these creations are, people put effort into them. But we get to exchange that and say, this game is an interesting game. It's one that you might want to play. I know a friend and I, he plays way more games than I play. I wish I had more time to play games, but only so much time in a day. And being able to do that, he's always asking and always looking for more and new games, right? He plays a lot of games, and so he has certain criteria of what those games need to be. And if we can bring that, and that technology can be brought to them quicker, and to gamers quicker, and they can be in it, and less bugs, hopefully, these are all things I'm thinking about. Less bugs, more people being able to get engaged and not have to worry about crashes and everything else, with something that backing on Unreal Engine. Hopefully that those techniques then in the whole grand scheme of Microsoft can help out everyone if they run into issues, and Unreal can patch them if it's just the Unreal part, if it's the engine part. So I can see a lot of benefits to this. So, as much as I was going back and forth, and I like more competition, I like different game engines, because you never know when you're going to discover something else. But if there's a method here that they can go through and, kind of have that pay for new features, I think that there can be some good that comes from this. One thing I want, to know too, is what are you guys excited about this new change, new direction for Halo Studios? I know one thing I kind of left out here was their new games side of things. I'll put this blog post in the description here, but they said new games, new philosophy. I'm not willing to go there until the games are starting to be released, right? We have some announcements and the games are going to be released. I like to have a follow up to Halo Infinite, nice first person open world. Those are always really enjoyable to me. I played all the Master Chief. I'm more of a single player type gamer. I've played online and stuff. I guess I could do that, but I like a lot of the single player stuff. One, because it's at my own pace at this time in my life. There's a lot of other stuff going on, and I don't, make time always for gaming when you got family and everybody else and work and stuff that take up that other part of time. But when I get into a game, I like to sit down and play a game, and so single player works a little bit better, because then it's not on, oh, let's meet up here at this time, right? Sometimes it's a little bit harder for me, but I'm hoping that the Xbox is able, and Halo specifically, is able to kind of release some of those games here out of the Halo franchise that I've come to be really interested in, because I've enjoyed playing those Halo games. And what are you guys looking out of this Halo? I know that Infinite has, some seasons of stuff of online play. I've not gotten into that, but if you're into that, how have you liked it? Have you enjoyed it? And do you hope that this will, get out more content to you faster if Microsoft and Halo Studios is able to capitalize on it? So that's some of the stuff I'm interested in as well too. I want to thank you so much for watching Gravel and helping this channel grow. I really do appreciate it. All your support really does help out the channel. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, hit that bell icon, turn on all notifications, and watch another one of my videos. All that stuff really does help out the channel. Until next time, God bless.